and please mute yourselves. अपना कैमरा बंद कर दीजिए और प्लीज खुद को म्यूट पे रखिए. Okay, so we are live now and we welcome you all for this exclusive webinar, which is a panel discussion for managing kids from home during the pandemic and how the mothers are facing it as a challenge. Well, we all know that the pandemic has coming to an end, but we feel the heat of the moment for this discussion to yet to be carried on. And I am your host for the day today, Dr. Pooja Marathe, a community expert at BabyChakra. So amongst us, we have Dr. Shanmukhi, who is a clinical psychologist. She would be sharing her views. We have Preeti, who is the founder director of Petals Group of Schools. We also have Avanti, who is a brand manager and a mother of two, and she will be sharing her experiences on this. And we have Joshna, who is a beautiful teacher and a psychologist, and she will also be sharing her thoughts on the take of this topic. We all know that we had been struggling for the last 2 years, that is 730 days, in and out as a mother, playing different kinds of roles as a daughter, daughter-in-law, sister, a wife, and sometimes we would ask for something known as a me time. But in that process, we felt that as a working mother, she had many feathers to her cap. And at a time, she would be highly dependent on somebody, but yet she did not have help. With online school going on, having toddlers, some mothers had just given birth, some mothers were on the maternity leave, coming back, were thinking of whether to go back or not. Some of the offices had started 50% of the working. It was a difficult moment for all of us because it was a deciding time. How do we get back and how do we manage? Because pre-COVID situations were very different. And now with the new protocols coming in, we are trying to adjust ourselves to the new routine. But are we still in it? So, Dr. Shanmukhi, I would like to ask you, on the mental agony that's going on in a mom's head, what would you still say and how should a mother take in this new role after this, pandemic starts getting to an end? Dr. Shanmukhi?
Sorry, I muted. So, hello, everybody. A warm welcome to everybody to the meeting and good afternoon. So, Pooja, I feel the mothers who are, have to get back after pandemic. Certain people are willing to get back because they needed a break. And, that, as you said, there were many feathers on the cap. Truly, it was a very challenging situation during the pandemic because people from working from home was horribly challenged because they were multitasking it and they were frustrated. They had a lot of stress on their ball in their court and depressions. A lot of mental health issues were rounding up, so they needed a break to go back. So they were, some of the mothers were looking forward to go back and to come to a place where to some extent they are having a me time and also working time with them. And some of the mothers were not ready because they were into the habituation process and now they have settled with the things, but then still the stress phenomena is the same, whether they want to get back or whether they don't want to get back. Okay. There were mothers who reported saying that staying at home, we kind of got habituated. And once we go home, there are a lot of dynamics which we have to change and, work on the newer patterns.
Right.
That was the thing who were settled, who said that. But some of the mothers who said this, it's like a great break going and, forgetting about the chaotic world in my house, that kind of thing. So it depends on what kind of age group of children you're handling and the stress levels and many other factors which are, putting in. So there is a difference of opinion.
Thank you for the lovely point. Preeti ma'am, I would like to ask you, you handle a beautiful school of Petals Group and you have so many teachers and so many tiny tots are there. Can you help us with your experience in letting us know how as a teacher and how as a principal of the school was it challenging for you to, take it up in these 2 years, and what are the learning experiences that you have built in and a take for the mothers? Preeti ma'am?
Thank you so much, Pooja. It's really a nice question. I would like to thanks BabyChakra for organizing such an insightful session for the parents, which is in need of an hour. The question which which you have asked is, I will say a unique kind of a stress a parent and a child has faced in these last 2 years, right? So nobody was expecting. Everybody is looking forward to the weekend, but nobody is looking forward for the 2 year weekend. Right?
Okay.
It was such a long stress time that no goals were set in a family. Whole routine has been disturbed. Mothers are working 24 by 7. Kitchen is on every time. I'm also a mother of two children. Kitchen is on 24 by 7. Children are feeling very lazy all the time. They are sitting on the in front of a screen. A lot of junk is happening. A lot of pakoras and teas are happening in a home. Whole schedule and routine has got disturbed, but at the same time it was more stressful for the working parents. Reason being, office were working, they are allowed by their offices to work from home. When you're working from home now, then you need, earlier it was a saying that people need to learn how to balance work and a personal life, but it was
Correct.
very difficult to manage work from home and balance your home life. It
Correct.
was a challenge which working mothers especially faced. But I think once now this is over, they have tried their best. We are very thankful to the parents along with the teachers that they have tried their best, that they are able to reach, in all corners. They have performed the role of Durga, office manager also, and in a kitchen also, with a child also, handling everybody's tantrum in a family and leaving everybody's expectations. And still, we have done a lot of webinars in last 2 years that how to take care of themselves. See, me time is very important. Morning meditation is very important to overcome these. But
Correct.
after these 2 years, yes, most of the people are facing problem while joining back, because in 2 years, you are able to set your routine in that sense, because everybody has understood like corona will be here, we have to live like this. So they have started setting their routine, and now children don't want to come to the school.
Okay.
We have opened our school in February. Everybody is now looking for ki please take offline exam. Yesterday, I had a meeting with my class 1 to class 5 primary students. All the parents are saying don't take final exam offline because children have not studied. They want their children to give online exams because there they
Okay.
can help their children. The children can also play some answers. So all these things, they are still taking time to settle down. We are not now saying a new normal. Despite of school has taken all the precautions.
Right. Right.
Everybody
I
is
agree.
vaccinated. But still, I think subconscious stress is also there that might be in April, it may come back.
Okay.
Because of this
Correct.
Delta and all the third variant and everything, things are
Right.
little scared. And those who have a, little unfortunate incident in their family, they're also little scared. People are very techno savvy, so they are looking for if children can learn online, so we can ask student, what do you call, our kids can study online also.
Correct.
A lot of this kind of things are also happening in families.
Thank you so much for your wonderful point. She played a role of a Durga, but yes, me time,
Yes.
as you said, is very, very important. Avanti, you being a working professional and balancing a personal life must have been challenging for you. So, can you throw some light as a working professional? What helped you to manage your space and how successfully you could do it?
Absolutely, Dr. Pooja. I am very sure, like me, there are thousands of moms, millions of moms who have faced this situation, like, working at home and balancing the personal life. So I have two toddlers. I have a 4-year-old and I have a 2-year-old. But during the time of pandemic, my kid was just 6 months. So, it was initially, it was very difficult. I had my parent meltdown. Like, you have child tantrums, you have
Yes.
child meltdown. I had a parental meltdown also because, I couldn't understand what was going wrong or where should I focus, how should I balance between my household chores and my work life also. but it takes a lot of planning, it takes a lot of communication. What I figured out, like, in discussion with other moms, like, I got support from so many moms at BabyChakra also, that, they shared their experiences, how to deal with them, how a pre-planning is required basically. And the one thing that I followed during the whole pandemic and still now, Dr. Puja, is I am normalizing my workstation at home. I don't close my
Wow.
doors. I neither shut them down, or if they come to me, if I'm working. Very recent example, I'll tell you. I was giving a presentation last week, I think, with my leadership team, and my 2-year-old just happened to grab my hair. I was on video call. I was presenting. That was an experience altogether, but still, my team supported me, and they helped me normalize that this is okay. You can take him on lap also. So, if you have a very supportive team, you have supportive parents, like, helping hand at home, in case even if you do not have, I think the key to balance it is like the planning. Plan your day, plan your week, or what kind of activities that you need to do with your kids, or what kind of food do you need to prepare at home. That requires a lot of balance out there. So that really helped me, and I should say I am still progressing as a parent, balancing both of
Thank
them.
you for your insights. I would
Yeah.
like all the, participants to please mute their mic. Richa Gupta, can you please mute your mic? And please keep your cameras off. Thank you. Our next question is to the most enthusiastic teacher, who, despite of all the hardships, it was challenging for teaching a bunch of students online. So, Josna, can you please share your views onto the aspect of what difficulties or what challenges you faced when the school went online? Josna? Well, I think she has some issues. Can Preeti ma'am take up this question? What
Yes.
are the challenges that they faced when the school was had gone online?
Yeah, see, Dr. Pooja, this is a big question on which every teachers get scared, because they are usually prepared to take lectures or lessons in the classroom. We
Yes,
have given them the lesson plan in such a way that they need to take care of the children in such a way that nobody is watching, only children and teacher is there. There's the emotional connect is there. They can see, they can feel whether this child has understood or not. But all of a sudden, when this online thing happened, then we need to change the technology. We need to change all lesson plans. We need to convert all lesson plan in such a way that they can, with lot of activities, so that they can conduct in such a way in front of a screen that other child will understand. And children take a lot of issues, and that my internet is not working. There is only one machine in a home. Everybody is not having multiple laptops.
correct.
There are two kids in the home. Only one laptop is available. And teachers were, very scared initially.
Right.
Why they were scared is that you are taking a class in a living room of a particular parent.
Exactly.
Grandparents are also watching,
Yes.
parents are also watching. So we are telling them, ma'am, don't worry. We have to take a lot of motivational session with them. So don't worry about your hair, don't worry about your makeup, but you deliver good. The way you are taking in the classrooms, you take it that way so that each child will feel like my teacher is there.
Yes.
So the problem happens is in the corona itself, one session pass off. In the
Correct.
second year, class 2 child come in class 3. Kindergarten come in class KG. KG comes in class 1. New teacher, new faces. The child hasn't met the teacher, and teacher doesn't know the strength and weaknesses of the child. So a lot of challenges were there. But I think very correctly, the teacher is a guru of all the profession. Very beautifully, they have taken over technology, and they have taken over that how we have to take the online lessons, and they are able to deliver. And I think pan India, all the school tried their best, and they have delivered beautiful lessons and teaching.
I completely agree with you.
आपने प्लेट रखा है उसकी प्लेट का बहुत रखी है
वैशाली शर्मा, कैन यू आप आपका माइक बंद कर सकते हो प्लीज? वैशाली शर्मा,
जी मैम
प्लीज आपका माइक बंद कर दीजिए. Thank you. I can beautifully relate this because this was as a parent, I believe that we were also stressed because everything is online. How will the kids cope? How would the teachers do it all? And Jyotsna, I have a question for you over here. You being a
Yes,
teacher online, how did, as a from a teacher's perspective, what difficulties or what challenges you overcame with the online teaching profession in the
right.
school?
Yeah, very perfect question, Pooja. It was a big struggle because it was offline. So when it is offline, you're not using much of technology. But when it came to online, a teacher who was not tech savvy, she had to learn it. So teachers were on the verge of learning again, became students. We were getting sessions from our computer teachers, how to operate system, how to make PowerPoint presentations so that, we can showcase. So we were one side students, also we were one side teaching. So it was a big struggle for us. Also, the struggle was when you are in an offline class, there is only one CC camera which is watching you. Okay. But in an online class, if there are 35 students, you can expect more than 100 people because behind everyone, every child, there is either a parent or a grandparent, someone sitting along. So it's like so many CC cameras watching you. So you have to be very careful with your words, more than teaching. If someone is sleeping, you have to correct them. Otherwise, a parent is watching you. Oh my God, teacher is watching that child. The child is eating in the class. She's not stopping him. So many CC cameras watching you, and the teacher has to take that pressure. Also, the pressure of completing the lesson. Yes, it was quite a difficult task because teaching online isn't a joke.
Okay, but we did sail through this, and Dr. Shanmukhi can throw us a light on, the screen time, which got definitely increased, and all the parents had a real complaint that school is there, plus they want TV because we cannot send these kids out. So these mothers were really stressed. So, Dr. Shanmukhi, can you throw us some light on this part of it?
Yes, Pooja, it's a nice question, but then I would like to say, I would like to, add points from Preeti and Joshna also, saying that more children like to stay at home and things like that. So that kind of things led to a lot of problems. I see a huge surge in behavioral issues and a lot of child-related problems, internet addiction, browsing through multiple facets of unwanted sites and extreme knowledge on what should not be learned. So all this, raised people into stress more than the pandemic causing the stress. Okay, but the pandemic initial phases of 6 to 10 months were very bad. They
Right.
had a lot of difficulties and all, but the later part has adjusted, as the parent herself told. Now that I'm adjusted well with online and staying at home and doing, many of them settle like that, and
Right.
they are very comfortable working from home. Now many of the IT professionals seek working from home, in fact, because they're
Correct.
comfortable managing children and doing things when they
Correct.
had the young children. Now they don't want to really go back also because they're more comfortable in handling things. Okay, but the other side of the picture is the comfort of pandemic and their stress levels decreased and working has come into a habituation and one settlement has come in. But then with the children, it is not so. As she said, they are a lot missing when they don't come to school because there is no social interaction. Now they like to stay with digital aspects, more
उसने
than,
तब तक इज्जत करी
interact with people.
हमने जाके इज्जत करके ही तो नहीं पहनी थी वो तो क्या हुआ?
Sorry,
So,
Prachi
yeah.
Rawat, can you please? Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, Dr.
So
Shanmukhi,
this
continue.
has raised people into autism, even young children, many of them are autistic, ADHD, behavioral issues, and multiple kind of problems which we can't express. The behavioral issues are a wide variety, and addiction. Now, because of addiction, there is a lot of aggression and anger symptoms also in a very small children, throwing objects and all that, because they don't they restrict to digital aspects. When they
Correct.
restrict it, they are not able to take it because they're got used to it.
Correct.
And when they are in the class, they don't want to see the class. They just switch on to YouTubes and all. They keep multiple windows open, and even 7-year, 8-year-old are very good now in computers. Okay.
I can totally relate it. I can totally
They
relate
become
it.
experts in that. Okay.
Yes,
How to
yes.
shuffle windows and things like that. So
Our,
this is the stress now. Now the
I
stress is
swear.
on mental abilities and social related problems, psychiatric problems. Now they want, many of the parents are facing that, and they are realizing the importance of school.
They got exposed to the technology when they were not supposed to, and
Exactly.
I realized this but the kids were more faster than even we being that tech savvy. So
True.
it was a juggling between our comfort level and the kids comfort level, and it became that would we would say that you don't know this, or you don't know how to operate a computer. Now it's like the
Now
reverse.
it's like reverse. They teach us.
Yes, absolutely. I am
And
so
Pooja,
much
I would
into
like
it.
to add one more thing. As Preeti said, many people don't want to send them to school, right? So
Yes.
these half of the parents are ones who are realizing the importance of schooling, but half of the parents are very afraid, because the second wave of pandemic has brought a lot of loss.
Yeah,
Correct.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
So that was the thing which shaken many families.
Yes.
I've after the second wave, I think I have seen I don't know how many cases, but all of them had one person lost in their family. It was very bad. So that fear is still crunching them not to go to schools. But once they realize the problems are pitching in, the parents are ready.
Right. Would you like to throw some light on this, Preeti?
See, she's absolutely right, because parents are still in a dilemma that whether we should send our child or not. But there is a one more thing. Either some negative part is also their mother doesn't want to wake up early. They need to make a tiffin, and they may need to send the child. Then there is a routine. You need to take care of the homework. You need to take care of the school uniform and everything. And the other side of the coin is that there are some edtech brands, those who are actually, I will say, the branding in such a way to the education that if your child will learn online, then also it is okay. But
Correct.
education is not only about learning from books. Education is a lot about social emotional development. Education is a lot about holistic development. When you meet your peer group, you talk to them, you learn from each other. There is a competitive sense. There is a certain bars which you need to raise. All these things you become very resilient, because you need to talk to the teacher in some way, you need to talk to your peer in some way,
Yes.
to guard bhaiya some way. All these things holistically come together and make a personality, right? So
Definitely.
parents need to understand that online education is good. I'm not saying it is bad, but up to certain extent, right?
Absolutely.
It is better to take mentor at clearing your doubt online, right? If you have some doubt, you take online. But if you say you will not go to the school, see why earlier says school is a guru ka kul,
Correct.
Guru kul. So where you have the children of your same age, when you grow together, you all together have a different personality. You
Yes.
become a happy person. So when you go back in the afternoon to your parents, you look at your parent. नहीं मेरी मैम तो वैसे कहती थी. Many a time parents मेरी मैम ऐसी कहती थी. नहीं मेरे अब teenage में आ जाते हैं तो नहीं, my friends are going out, I also want to go out. These are the different stages of biological and physical changes, mentally changes, emotionally. So I believe as an educationist I'm practicing as a parents coach from 20 years. So I really request from your platform to all the parents, don't look at education is just from the learning concept.
Correct.
Education is to make a holistic, nice, happy person personality, right? Why there is a demand of so many mental health expert is rising. The reason being, you cannot take care of the child in the four walls.
Right.
Earlier saying was a village is required to raise a happy child.
Absolutely.
So if you feel lonely, if you sit alone only with your four family members, you cannot grow holistically. You don't know how to adjust outside on the road.
Absolutely.
So being a happy person, resilient is a very important quality which you must have. So then you become emotionally strong. So this is my say on this.
Thank you so much. bringing this topic, and Avanti, who is a mom of two, and she has had this balance between her work and her personal life. So I would like to ask her, is she ready to send her child to the school if they are fully operational? What would your take be, Avanti? And how would you, help yourself? Would you feel like, my child has gone to the school and now I'm relaxed? Or would you be still a little tense because you will be at home and constantly worried? So how would you throw us light on this?
Right.
Avanti?
So as a parent, Dr. Pooja, I would really like to send my kids to the school. The reason being because of the development of social and psychological, the impact that kids have. If I have a physical school, if I meet my friends, if I see my teachers like face to face, the kind of, skills that are developed in a child is very different. Sitting in front of the screen and just interacting with the teachers, they have done a very wonderful job. Like I really thank the teachers, they are being constantly in touch with the children every single day, because I was sitting with my kid for 1 hour every day. So from that aspect, I feel that kids should actually go to the school, because there's a lot of emotional development that happens with the kids, and they learn how to behave, how to speak, and they copy others. So there are a lot of good skills that are basically building up. So I assure that parents should think forward and come forward, like sending their kids to the school. But I won't be worried, I would be happy, because I have faced a school, I've been to the school and I've seen a lot of changes that happen. So
Right.
definitely I would allow
Thank
my
you.
kids to go to the school.
Thank you so much. Josna, coming to you, going back to school after, almost 2 years, what would that elite feeling be? How would you describe it in your words? As a mother, getting back from that cocoon to that workplace. So are you excited?
Yes, I was excited, and still I'm taking hybrid classes. So going back and working is completely different, because there is interaction with our colleague which was not there on online platform. So we go, as kids share, we also want to share our pains, our sorrows, our happiness. So we have our colleagues. So we are looking forward to go to school. First thing is to interact with our colleagues, to share our burden and to share our happiness. And going to school is like being at home again.
Mm-hmm.
So the workplace is workplace. You cannot combine a home with workplace. They both are completely two different structures. Combined, we have seen how it is, but a school has to be a school. The school structure is completely different. The ethics, the norms, the rules are different. So a teacher will feel really happy being at school and teaching, because the education, what goes from the school, is completely different from what goes from the house.
Okay.
So that's my take on it. And as Avanti ma'am said, there are again two different kinds of students, I would say. So there are few students I'm seeing who are very happy to go out to school. Those are extrovert schools, because extrovert students, because they want to interact with their friends as we wanted to interact with our colleagues. Yeah. So they are really happy. But again, there is a set of students who don't want to go, because those are introvert students who don't need any help from outside, or they don't need to interact with their friends. They are happy with their own selves. So
Correct.
we see two kinds of students coming in now. Most of them sitting at home, we understand those are introvert. They don't need any kind of support, or they don't need any interaction with the outside world. But again, if I have to request parents who are here, please, though your children are very happy sitting at home and you don't have to get up and cook for them. Please, we have to get up, we have to cook, and we have to send those students also to school. Because as Preeti ma'am said and Shakuntala ma'am said, we are not only going there to learn something, but life skills, social skills, emotional skills, behavioral skills, so many skills are taught there. Not only by teachers, but by friends. So much culture we learn. That things cannot be learned at home.
Correct. So coming back to Preeti ma'am, can you just give us in one line as a summary, what would be the take from this topic, and what would from the mother's perspective, and from a different as a teacher's perspective, since you are having both the caps with you?
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. Pooja. Earlier I addressed you Pooja. I have just now read that you're Dr. Pooja. Okay. So I will, in one line, if you say, can speak 2 lines.
Yes, you can.
Yes. See, I strongly believe that a happy parent can nurture a happy child. If you have a positive attitude, you can. Or a happy teacher can nurture a happy student. If you leave your worries behind your premises of the school, you are a happy teacher. Come
Yes.
with a new hope, new thoughts in your class so that you can deliver and take the same thing. So because children are looking forward to the teachers. If you come in the class, come on, open your books. Today we will do they will open like sluggish, you know. And if you say, come on, let's do this. Today we will, do you know what I have for you? And everybody will charge up. Same way in the mother way, you know, a happy parent can adjust. Today, what would you like to have? Idli or a pancake? Or otherwise, mother will say, bhindi bani hai, kha lo. So happy environment is a very important. This pandemic has taught us that attitude and happiness is a core to the life.
Correct. Thank you so much for sharing those words. Dr. Shanmukhi, can I ask you, like, as a mother, what would be your inputs in telling a mom that it's okay, you are doing a great job and you are doing well in balancing both? So some tips for her to, you know, manage even during this time.
Yes, first thing is she should start loving herself. So self-love is a very important aspect.
Right.
Always, you know, there will not be people who will be keeping on telling and appreciating. And sometimes you can expect from a husband, or you may not expect. You may expect from the family or not. But you know, self-love is something you can expect from yourself. So it's easier to, you know, self-love, pat yourself, appreciate yourself for the good job done, and try to manage good timings. The time management is a key. And then maintain a healthy lifestyle. Keep a good mental health by self-loving and time management and good health lifestyle management. That will help them.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your inputs. Jyotsna, can you give us a take on, you know, any tips for a mother when she is now sending her child to the school and she can relax, or she should be worried, like, you know, oh, my child, will he cope up because of the age gap, because of the 2 years gap? I am still in that phase. So what would, you know, you would say in that thought process?
Right. So as a mother, I should say that a mother is a first teacher and a teacher is a second mother.
Absolutely.
So you
wonderful.
have been taking care of your children. So now give us the privilege that we take care of our children. Okay, I'm not saying your children, our children. So once they enter into the compound of the school, they become our responsibility. So how we take care of our children at home, the same way a teacher become a second mother and the institution become a second house. So you can trust, because we are overloaded with pressure to take care of your children. So you can relax, see TV, watch movies, whatever. Don't pressurize us, because we are doing our job. Trust us as you used to trust before. But good thing is that nowadays, parents are not asking any questions to teachers. You know, before PTO, we used to get worried. Oh my God. Parents used to come and bombard with the results. What are you doing? My child didn't get marks and all. But now, thanks to pandemic, one good thing is that no parent is coming back and asking, what are you doing? Because they have been sitting behind the child and see the hard work of teachers. How they learn the technology, and how the teacher is instilling the discipline, being online, educating, teaching how to question, everything she's doing online. So thanks to this pandemic, I should say that one good thing for teachers is no parent is asking, what are you doing? Because after you do everything, that question, what are you doing? It disappoints a teacher. Because Absolutely. It cannot be answered in one statement, what are we doing? As a mother, we cannot question you, what are you doing for your child? Same way, no parent can question a teacher, what are you doing? Because the teacher knows what we are doing, and maybe Preeti ma'am knows what we are doing because she's a principal, right?
Yes.
So parents, you can all trust us. As I said, we are the second mother. So you can trust and you can send your children, because they need holistic development, and that cannot be bought at home.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Avanti, coming to you, I would just like to ask you that we in this pandemic had a lot of learning. So what is that? What are those two learnings as a professional that help you to keep yourself on this positive note of striking a balance between the work and the home?
So Dr. Pooja, what worked for me was setting timers in each and everything that I do. Like even if it was a screen time, for my kids. I did set timers. I had that communication with my kids also. If there's a screen time, it should be in moderation. There should be a timers and offering them choices also. Like, come on, instead of saying ki abhi de do mujhe mobile, or just shut it down. I chose my communication. Let's do painting, let's do drawing, keeping them entertained also, and setting a timer for my workplace also. Like my work timings, I need to balance it off. If it's 7 o'clock, if I've decided, or 7:30, I need to keep that promise to my kids. I can't over promise that after 7:30, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, esa I can't do. So I'm setting a timers for my kids and myself also, so that we have that happy balanced life at home also, and not forcing them for anything. So please, moms who are listening this, do not ever force your kids for food, for studies, for anything, because as rightly said by Preeti ma'am, Dr. Shanmukhi, and Joshna ma'am also, I trust my kids with the teachers because I have seen the hard work, because I am a teacher in the background. In this online class, I am also doing that. I am teaching them, so I know what kind of efforts that they are putting, and we are also putting. So as a mom, I think we should make this move and make this happen.
Wow, that's lovely to end with. And now we come up with the question answer session. So the first question I'm asking Preeti ma'am. So ma'am, there is a question by the user saying that it is very hard for my kids to make them sit at one place and prepare for the online class and study post the classes. So how would you help me to solve this?
Yes, where a question which every parent wants the answer for the same, right? First of all, I can help the parents better if I know the age group, right? Because if
Right.
we are running, see, we are having 25 branches pan India, right? So everywhere, and from each city, we are getting this kind of a question when we were running online classes. It is very hard. So I request the parent initially, whenever you are preparing your child for the online classes, but in initial classes, you need to sit with the child, but make sure there are certain things that your child should have a proper sleep. The child should not feel cranky at that time. Your child should have a moderate quantity of food. ये नहीं कि you will overflow it, so that the child feel vomitish, or child has to use potty and everything. All these things comes in. Otherwise, the child feel bored. मुझे ये जाना है, वो जाना है. And the third most important thing is initial help and motivation towards the online class will help the child to settle down, right? And
Right.
after that, once the child settle down and become, it will become a child habit that mams comes in and have to listen. Then after that, you need to create a motivation, or you can create a one-to-one, class with the teacher also after the online class, after the group class, so that child is looking forward to the next day to the teacher, that she will come and she will teach me. This is a practice we have done. There are some children, those who are not ready to sit in the class, right? So in the evening, a teacher have a special one-to-one class to make a connect with the child. So
Correct.
that next day, the child is looking forward. Kritika ma'am आएंगी, Neha ma'am आएंगी. Tomorrow she will come with story. Tomorrow she will come with, artwork. This will help the child to build up. Yeah, this is a thing I have to do.
Right. Thank you for your input. Shanmukhi ma'am, I have a question for you from the user, that we both are working parents and my husband does not contribute into the household work. And this has been a complaint since most of the mothers say that though the father is at home, but they do not contribute for, the household work. So how is it that we convince a spouse in this manner, and in what way can the burden be shared?
It's a difficult question because why? Because the whole thing is boiled down to him. Why is he not doing is the first thing we have to dig in. The reasons for him not able to do. Okay. So
Right.
first, you people have to sit down with each other on a weekend or something and tell your problems and see how he responds to it, and and find out what he can do and contribute. If things between your communications it doesn't happen, then you would seek the third person's help. Okay. Till then, I think you people should have a good communication between each other, sitting down and telling your own problems and trying to adjust. If he says reasons for not doing it, then you have to work on how you can do it. Okay. If he
Yes.
says, okay, I can do only this much, but not
Yes.
other, then you have to work on that part of it and move ahead, and then come back to it later again when you face problems. So this is a step-by-step thing, because you are working with the marital issues here, not just the burden with one person, right?
Okay.
So you have to sit down with each other and talk. The communication is the best part. Okay.
Okay.
And work it out and see how much it goes about.
Right. Thank you. Jyotsna, coming to you. There is a question by the user saying that I have two kids who have missed their middle school in the online classes, and I have a fear that when I send them to school as a mother, will they be able to cope up? Okay. Now, when that becomes the middle school becomes a base for the higher grades. Okay. And me being a working mother, I would just focus on their homework or help them with a little doubt practicing area. But I still feel that will they be able to cope up? As a mother, my worry is very true. But as a teacher, how would you like to explain on to this?
Yes. So mother worry is justified that yes, first kids, once they come back, they will not be able to cope up. Let's take it. So don't pressure.
15 minutes, 20,
Yes.
30.
2 years, they have completely lost. So they don't have the reading habit. They absolutely don't have the writing habit, because all the exams, all the tests were objective. They was not subjective for at least primary level. So they don't have the habit. They forgot discipline, everything. Now they are actually 2 years back. Okay, now going forward, they will definitely face problem. So as a parent, you have to take it. As a teacher, I am going to take it. As a students, even they are taking it. So everyone is pressurized, everybody is stressed. So let's give time to each other. You also have to give time to your children. If possible, you're working, but we are all working for our children, right?
Yes.
We are all working for, at the end of the day, who are we? You cannot say, I am busy doing my work. I understand. I am also a working parent. I'm a teacher, I'm a psychologist, I'm a mother of two. So I'm also working, but I cannot use the word I am busy for my child. If I am busy for my child, who do you think will take care of my child then? Why
Absolutely.
of your child? Teacher has so many in the class, right? So you cannot use the word saying I am busy. So busy is when you delegate your full work. You're doing your full works. If you're not able to do the work of a mother, do not say that you're busy. So take some time of your schedule, try to teach them little, because teacher will do her part, but you also are supposed to do your part. Teacher will definitely do her part, but you also as a mother has to contribute to it. So both as a teacher and as a parent, both contribution will help the child. And parents, please, it's a kind request. When children are going to school, do not pressurize. Do not pressurize. Give them some time. If we still need some time, right? If we are pushed back to work, don't you think you need some time to cope up?
Correct.
Why not your children? So give them some time. Marks, don't be behind the marks. 50% भी आया है, वो लोग भी principal से, 50 से कम आया है, वो लोग भी teacher से. तो don't go behind marks. Marks are just marks, okay? So chill. कम marks आए तो भी ठीक है. Let them pass. But knowledge is more important. Learning is more important, not marks. Don't see report cards. कितना कम आया? अरे online में क्या पढ़ेगा बच्चा? Twinkle, twinkle, hum सिखाते हैं, वो कुछ और सीखता है, because he's not able to listen properly. This is all online, right? So kind request, give some time, give some space to them. Also, you also chill out as a mother, as a parent. थोड़ा chill करो. It will take some time, okay? Pandemic में chill करे, कुछ नहीं कर पाए, right? This is not in our control. Let's chill. Let's give us some time. Okay, let's be compassionate. Shenmukhi ma'am has rightly said. Love yourself. Self-compassion बहुत important है. We always very compassionate to others, right? कुछ गलती हो गए हो, it's very common. That's fine. गलती अपने से हुआ तो you're not ready to forgive yourself. कहाँ गया self-compassion? Love yourself. जब मैं किसी को कुछ बोलती हूँ, the same words apply to me. So I am also a mother. मुझसे भी गलतियां होते हैं. शायद मैं भी मार देती हूँ, शायद चिल्ला लेती हूँ. Fine, okay, जोशना, fine. आज हो गया, कल नहीं होना. Okay, it doesn't mean that कल repeat. आज हो गए हैं ठीक है, लेकिन कल नहीं मारना, कल चिल्लाना नहीं. So be self-compassionate. Also self-compassionate to your child. Give them some time. They are tiny tots. बहुत pressure है. They are the real heroes. We are not the heroes. Okay. Work from home कर रहे हैं, बहुत कुछ कर रहे हैं. Wrestlers से, super women से, sorry हाँ. Actual heroes अपने बच्चे हैं. In this pandemic, बहुत सहे वो लोग. At least we were frustrated. हम उन पे चिल्ला रहे थे. वो किन पे चिल्ला रहे थे? किन पे चिल्ला रहे थे? They had no one. They were just isolated. बोल नहीं सकते क्योंकि mother is busy. Father एक और रूम में लैपटॉप में, एक mother एक और रूम में लैपटॉप में. कभी टाइम मिल गया तो वो दोनों busy टीवी के सामने. There is a time. We have not given time to our children. We lost them this 2 years. उनको भी थोड़ा वक्त दो. That is all, parents.
Thank you. Such a beautiful message that you have given me. It really brings tears to everybody's eyes. And with that, Avanti, I have a last question for you in this
Yes,
session.
Dr. Pooja.
Your child is, still getting in, knowing this world. So
Yeah.
as a mother, are you ready to send your child to the school at the age in this pandemic?
100% very, very sure. And after this session, so I think 200% sure to send my kids to the school, because I don't want to miss out on any emotional, social development that is happening. I don't want him to be reserved, or introvert, or shy. He shouldn't keep to himself. He should be able to speak out, speak his heart out, meet new people, meet teachers and friends all together. So that's why, I want them to go to the school and learn much more. It's just about learning, not about, just learning the numbers and alphabets, but learning much more, like, creating the memories and the experience all together. So
Okay.
yes, please do that, moms.
Thank you. Thank you so much. With this, we come to the end of a beautiful session. Thank you, Petals School, for having us and, helping us to understand that, a mother plays different roles, but a teacher is definitely the other mother whom we can trust, whom we can share our, fears and help our child develop. We have been through a lot, each one of us.
Yeah.
Whether it's a doctor, whether it's a principal, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a professional, whether it's the head of an organization, everybody has their own story, because we were not ready for this and we were not told how we were supposed to face all this. But we developed this, and as a woman, I feel really very proud of myself today that I learned from the infancy stage to the toddler stage to understand that if I am going wrong, my kids are going to correct me. And if the kids are going wrong, I am there to correct. So striking a balance at home with work from home option, the new normal, is a challenging, plus it's a dedication task. So we always would say, Mom, who are you? You're just a homemaker. But no, we now understood that she is the real hero behind every family. And we really salute to her, because she managed so many things without anybody's help. And we realized it, the husbands realized it, the other members of the family realized it in a joint family, that no, a woman who is staying at home is building upon the family. Though she is not being paid, but the respect she is earning is huge, and that's what takes the society forward. And with this, I thank the panelists, Dr. Shanmukhi, Preeti ma'am, Joshna, and Avanti, for sparing their valuable time, giving us the great insights onto how to manage kids during the pandemic and how a woman can play so many different roles, yes, yet not lose her cool. Different ways, different challenges in everybody's life. Thank you everyone for joining in us on this webinar. I hope you will be able to watch this on YouTube, and also you will be able to see this on BabyChakra app. So if you have any further queries, you can write to us at BabyChakra. And for any other things regarding to schools or how to get admission in school, you can write to Preeti ma'am at Petals Group of Schools. Thank you, everyone. Signing off for this evening today.
Thank you,
so
Pooja.
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Dr.
Thank you, Dr.
Pooja.
Pooja.